Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give to Elliott. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the counter, Elliott. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him because when he breaks out that makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. A Handoff left. Elliott. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Throwing is Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. No score after one on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run here with Freeman. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Play action. Now Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll try to throw now. Prescott sliding out of the pocket. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. That one good for 26 and a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 12. Prescott. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Second and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Elliott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. He's at the 40. 20. 10. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that's a great play for that defensive unit. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Meanwhile, Dak's throw there caught by Gallup. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Jackson towards the end zone for Brown. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown, 47 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Prescott to throw it. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. To throw is Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jackson now. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2nd down and 4. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. They go to Elliott again. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run it with Elliott. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Prescott looks to throw on first. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. They run the counter. It's Elliott, and some room to maneuver. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 103 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 21. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Here's Dak.
Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. Dalton Schultz from 21 yards away.
And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Jackson's going to throw it. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Jackson to throw. Dancing to his left. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Lamb to return it. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
To throw, Prescott. And he'll go right back to Lamb.
And down inside the 15 he goes. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
But this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
This is caught, and they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to... And he is across and in for the score! And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. They're going to try and run for it, and he's going to get in for the 2 points. It was an incredibly gutsy call, but they've taken the lead by a point late in the game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Terrell Basham in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.